If the goat lies, the horn doesn't, is a folk saying from this region, and in translation it means that the story goes on forever, but the facts that are tangible, and that you can see with your own eyes must be true. Today, after 3 days of detailed search of the river in which I found the last diamond 2 days ago, I have many beautiful crystals in incredible colors. But the most important for me is another diamond in the stone and one chrysoberyl, slightly smaller, which has a high chance of being alexandrite. My theory, which I have had in my head for the last 10 years, and which is supported by the stories of the oldest locals, which were passed down from generation to generation, turned out to be completely correct. It is my great luck that the river found its old bed due to a landslide. So a complete photo from the past appeared in the original version. The video shows 3 beautiful diamonds, one of which is almost completely exfoliated from deposits and kimberlite, and their dazzling adamantium metallic luster, which is probably the first sign you see in the river when you find a diamond. Take a look. When the stone is wet, it shows its transparency twice as well. But when it is a diamond, then a wet diamond reflects and shines like much less. This piece fooled me so much that I thought it was a beautiful sapphire because it is a very beautiful blue color. But when I got home and shined it on besides the usual adamantium glare, it showed a strong dispersion of rainbow colors all over it. Comparing the luster of sapphire and chrysoberyl, one could see the difference in the vitreous form of luster and adamantium luster. Industrialists of the oldest class from the beginning of the Industrial Revolution built a large dam in that part of the river, which is hidden from people, and managed to tame the river, which probably had strong rapids and deep whirlpools in that part without a dam. The alluvial depot that deposited the stone in the outer part of the bend was completely buried, and no one would have found it if the embankment had not been breached and the river had descended a meter or more into its original bed. Now I have layers that have been stacked up over the course of several decades, and by constantly rinsing with water, I slowly remove the sand and slowly search part by part. Of course, I have to rest a bit because I've been digging in the river for 10 days. Crushing, testing the hardness by scratching and diving in one place where the water is deep, and in that part a nice strong spring of iron water that is ice cold has erupted right on the shore. The water feels like iron, and the dark brown sediment it creates tells me that it is iron. But what is even more important is the confirmation that the area is very much connected to the deep layers of the earth. Enjoy. A gem hunter must have an education in gemology. He must love crystals, and he must have karma that leads him where he needs to go. But he must also have the intelligence to find the links that will lead him to the right field. My point of the whole story is that you have to have a thick foundation to start looking for diamonds in the country. You have to have a volcano, and an area where it can be expected that the bowels of the earth threw them right there. I had a historically confirmed story that diamonds were found in the canyon back in the time of the Ottoman Empire, and that even from Constantinople, they came here to look for gems. This story was followed by a more recent historical story, according to which 2 brothers came to these parts from a long distance. They first moved to a nearby village where they started a small woolen workshop and a manufactory with 5 or 6 workers. After several years of wandering around the canyon of this river, they built one of the most famous and largest textile factories at that time. The first thing that comes to everyone's mind is that they found gold, and that story is still told here. Just looking at the buildings along the river, which truly resemble sand deposits in the lower part, clearly tells me that this is not gold. The Namak occupation during the Second World War opened a small mine in the middle of the mountain, but they didn't look for gold either, because the digging was superficial, and a good part of a hill that was covered with sapphires and corundum was removed. The best part is the stories about how individuals extracted diamonds from the tops of some rocks in the canyon, and then disappeared without a trace. Everyone knows that a volcano is the only possibility, and that diamonds are only found in those areas. However, it is very important to scan the area and understand the bugs most likely to appear. After that, everything downstream from that is the zone where you can look for them. But some places simply store only certain minerals, and you have to be very smart and connect the facts. I will repeat again. You have to look at the stone from a clear angle, and it will call you. In any other case, it may happen that you step on it or even look at it, and throw it back into the river thinking that it is an ordinary stone. Many times, the time of day and the light or oxygen itself are necessary to help. I know how to wander for hours without seeing anything significant, and then on the way back, on the same road, as if my sensors work, as if my eyes clear up, I see wonderful crystals, colors, refraction and reflection. My instincts wake up, and it becomes extremely interesting. My logic is simple. I only have my own intelligence, intuition, and knowledge, which I diligently and systematically upgrade every minute. The most important of all, in my opinion, is intuition, that is, that inner force in you that makes you look in the direction of the stone, which then simply invites you to take it. I call it God's will that directs your spirit on earth. I can make mistakes like every other person, because I don't have a laboratory and the instruments that the world's scientific centers have to prove what I actually have with me. Yes, in order to be 100% sure, you need to do a chemical analysis of the composition, but it is precisely those elements that make up the mineral that determine the appearance of the mineral, the specific gravity, the hardness, and all the other properties and parameters of the precious stone or meteorite. My precious stones are crystal clear among the rarest in the world. They have the right color, the right texture, the right shape, the right hardness, and the right specific weight. They look beautiful and exude elegance, and there is a very small probability that they are not real and authentic. The area, the territory, which I have been researching very intensively for the last few years, is geologically unique, and it is specific above all because of the river that has the softest water in the world and the canyon, which was obviously created by enormous tectonic activity, and the clearly visible flow of a large amount of petrified lava today, with which the entire canyon is pierced. But in my opinion, and the fall of a larger mediatite, or 5 of its large parts, precisely in the part of the canyon that at that time, according to me, was in liquid or the semi-liquid phase of the formation of the Earth's crust. Every piece of information that I have listed here with full responsibility is completely accurate, and it is clear to everyone that it is worth a fortune. I am a child born in a volcano. I sleep under the glow of lucky stars. I bathe with bears and wake up with the silent stumbling of a fast mountain river. I offer you prestige, and the #1 position on the world scene of precious stones. My gems are in many ways the best in the world right now. Of course, only if I am right about everything I have stated here, and there is a very small chance that I am not right. All interested, passionate, serious collectors and scientists can contact me via email, rkjsn@gmail.com.